Why are you running for state representative?
Because I believe that I can be a very strong voice for the values of the 25th district. This is a district that values education. It's a district that represents the University of Missouri. I can be a strong voice for the healthcare issues that we all must face. That's a new issue for us, and we've got to join together, get politics out of it, and start fighting for the people. I really believe that government can have policies that will help lift people up. You have to have the right people fighting for the common good, and that is important to me. That's what I want to do.
How do you go about, you mentioned in your speech reinstating the Medicaid cuts.
Yes.
How do you go about doing that next year when there could be a tighter budget than usual?
Well, I think you just have to have the right priorities, and you have to make that a priority. You have to get as much money as you can with the healthcare money that's available.
This district encompasses the University of Missouri-Columbia. What is your vision for making the university better and for fostering better state support for the university?
Well, I want the people in Jefferson City in particular to understand this is one of the most comprehensive research universities in the country. And what's going to be good for this university, for MU, is good for our state. People are beginning to be more aware of the link between research and the economy. And that's something I've seen change in the last few years, and I think that will benefit support for our university as people become more aware of that, more concerned about it. Very much support the land grant of teaching and research and service. And a part of that is helping our universities become more affordable. The land grant mission is to provide opportunities for the sons and daughters of Missouri to go to a great university. So if you're working in Missouri and you have a son or a daughter who is qualified to go to university, you should be able to afford this and support it. I did not support using MOHELA money, and I think that was a problem. That proposal, if I recall correctly, was more or less passing out political plums to different areas of the state. We have a system to identify which university buildings are needed and the priority funding, and just to toss that aside and raise the very fund that provides the loans for Missouri students is wrong.
I'm a campaign of statewide interest. You have two other opponents in the race, Bob Fund and Sean Spence. Why should Democrats choose you?
Well, I have lived in the district for 24 years. I have two children that have gone to school in the district. I've worked hard with a lot of programs, and I just feel like I have a better ability to represent this district and many of the contacts in Jefferson City that will need to work in favor of our community. I have a lot of contacts. I think that will be helpful.
One of the people who was thinking about getting into this race made a contention that since the last two representatives in the seat were women, the next one should be a woman too. Do you agree with that assertion?
Well, I think people need to pick the strongest candidate. In this case, it is a woman, and this district is very open to that, as demonstrated by the past two elections.
Okay. Final question for you. What are you looking forward to the most in your first legislative campaign for office?
In my first what?
First campaign for office.
Oh, just meeting with the people.